Right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to keep on, keep it on. Joe Dart. Joe motherfucking Dart. The only way this makes sense is if you go straight to this, going from this build up to something mellow, then to drop. Not really. We can stretch this out a little bit longer to give it that extra oomph. I'm gonna pop these two up here since we're not using them. I'm gonna highlight this right rack, Control CV, drag it to the right, and what we want to do now is, I think it was this sound. One of these sounds, we're gonna go up an octave, and then on a half bar, and then on the second half of the bar, we're gonna go up another octave. not that one. Not that one. It's got to be this bottom one. So we're gonna delete the very right one, stretch this out, open up the piano roll, and let's see what octave we can go to. Let's do this. First, we're gonna zoom out a little bit. We're gonna do one of these. This is the F4 key. And then the A4 notes. Close. And for an order 12, which is this, we need to scale the volume back down using this automation clip towards the end because it's now overshadowing. The higher octave is overshadowing everything else that we have up here. So we don't want it to go down to 0, but maybe 46% with a slightly downward slope. Also, the notes weren't exactly crisp. So maybe we could break these up into another halves. So our sound is going to be No, does not sound right. I think the higher octave is hurting. So we're gonna go from C4 to D4, C4 to D4 to E4, to F4. Okay, by the second note, the sound isn't really audible. We mix them with everything else, so we're gonna scale it up a little bit faster. We're gonna move all these to the left by one note or by one bar or a quarter bar, whatever length this is. So we're gonna go like that. We're gonna step up, essentially. Hi. Oh, what's going on? I don't mind at all. That sounds great. Was it the guy that made us dinner that one night? He made us. Well, I think I was there for a dinner, and like he made some food, some dinner, and then he brought it over to your house. He made like an eggplant dish or something. Got it. Yeah, I remember meeting a few people, and then I think you're. I'm not. I thought I was a doctor. Got it. I like it. It sounds awesome. Okay. Bye. All right. Wonder if we can do the drop right here. You know what I think the problem is? As much as I like this drop, it's it doesn't, it's not suitable with our build up here. So we're gonna keep this on the back burner, and we are going to find a new drop that we want to use for this. We're gonna call this a NAR drop. NAR, dude drop. That way we know exactly what it is. We're gonna create the corresponding pattern. NAR dude drop. voices section. We want to be somewhere over here. So from that, we want to go to actually, we're going from this. Well, for the purpose of this drop, we're gonna want more of a sequence and less of an ARP. So here we go. Okay, we had this overlap occur, so we're gonna mute out Narbra 1 and see if this works. I like this as a bass just by itself to use instead of this because it's too mellow. Nope, does not fit at all. We're gonna need this transition sound, or we can go straight to the drop. This might work. We're gonna unmute Narbro1. We are going to create an automation clip on this. And if we can transition these three into one another, then I think that might make for a proper drop. So we are at bar 644. Oh. We are going to create a downward slope on this pattern down to practically 0 by the time it gets to here. Okay, perfect. We might need to adjust this a little bit to actually make it perfect, but for now that is sufficient. We're gonna double up this pattern, and we want to create some voice effects on the top of this, and just for added pizzazz. So for that, we're gonna open up Nexus, and we are going to create a corresponding pattern for it. I think we already have an R babe. So on this one, we're gonna create an R bro, along with the corresponding pattern, an R bro, which we are going to paste in. Where'd everybody go? Right on the top of the second repeat. So right here, open up the piano roll, add a C4 key or a C5. We're gonna go start with the C4, possibly switch to a C5 because some of the lower octaves don't have any wave files attached to them. So let's see what we want to layer this with. This is going to need an automation clip to slowly scale up. Okay, that's good. Right here, I'd like another something right before this to act as a precursor to the drop, because it is somewhat of a significant transition going from this to this. So we are going to create another synth. We're going to call this NOR Pre-Bro. NOR Pre-Bro. And we are going to paste in a pattern right there, open up the piano roll, also add a C4 key to this. And the length is insignificant, it's going to be right here, open up the synth, and let's see. Okay, so I think these two actually complement each other pretty well. So maybe about halfway through this, we can kick in this vocal and see if it does exactly what we wanted to do, act as a pre-bro to bro. And before we actually play this, I do want to create an automation clip on this because it would really make it sound much smoother. So we are at bar 647. We are going to zoom out, narrow this in, right click, and go back to 647 to paste, to create our automation clip on this. As usual, it comes out way too wide. So we're gonna match the width of this with our actual pattern. Doesn't need to be the whole length because we're gonna wrap it up pretty quickly. We wanted to start at 0 when the track starts playing, and then we're gonna have an upward slope, more of a downward slope actually, going up. So something like that, I think, would suffice. Nope, we need to start with a little bit of volume, so maybe like that. Nope, still not quite what we want. I wonder if we have to start this out a little bit sooner because it already starts out with low volume. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Okay, so yes, we do need to possibly extend this out like that, and then drag these all to the right. Okay, this track, it's almost what we want, but it's got too many layers. Like, we don't need all the sound, we just need the vocal. So we're gonna open up the synth, we're gonna go to mix, and we're gonna find okay, so we actually can't unlayer this one, doesn't look like. Okay, so this is not the sound that we want because it's not really compatible with what we're trying to do. Unless we just manually try to squeeze out the sound that we want. We can essentially mute out the first half of the track and then bring in the volume and then cut it out again. But I don't know. Doesn't sound right. I think that's actually an improvement. Okay. So we could maybe do one of these. Reduce this to half the width, bring this over here. Not quite. This might be the winner. We want to keep it going a little bit longer. Open up the piano roll, and we are going to extend this out another 2 bars. Probably with an automation clip. But let's see if we need it. Yes. Okay, so if this is what we're doing, we can actually reduce the width of this by that much. Much better. We're gonna wrap it up right there. Callie, out.